Yeah.
Just get started.
Are they ready to come as soon as we get this?
He called me.
Okay. Ready, motion second, and all in favor. Sheriff, you want to address the court?
Yes, sir.
Guys, I think I've been here before. I've asked about paying my bills. My bills aren't being paid, therefore, I don't know how I'm going to operate. Just these bills here alone, some of them date back to the last time that these vendors received any payments. Is as back as maybe August, September of 2017. America's Quick Mart, Wildcat March, we owe them almost $6,000, and I don't believe this is up to date. They've cut us off, we can't charge, we can't hand charge. Zip Zone Express, $6,410, I think I seen something other day about $7,200 now, maybe more than that. My question is, are you going to pay my bills? I realize if you don't have the money, you can't pay it. But I was told by Hutch Ford that the Fiscal Court paid them, I believe it's right at $5,000 for the debt that they owed, that the Fiscal Court owed, but failed to pay the $200 and some, I believe it was, that the Sheriff's Department owed. And I turn all my money over to you guys, all my money, to you guys. And I realize that you all just vote to pay the bills. You all vote to pay what is presented to you all. Obviously, whoever's responsible for presenting my bills isn't presenting it to you. Because I believe, if I'm correct, in February when you voted to pay the bills, if my memory is correct, you voted to pay about $300,000 or $350,000 in bills and debt. I think it was $15,000 of that was mine. And I'm not trying to be mean or I'm not trying to cause confusion. I'm not trying to fight. But I cannot operate. I'm going to have to shut my office down as we know it if my bills aren't paid.
It's what they want.
I have been told since I've been in office by Donna Callahan that we are broke. I have no money. I collect taxes. I collect fees. I turn all my fees over to the Fiscal Court to pay my bills. You guys committed to pay, I think somewhere around $250,000. Is that correct, Virginia?
Yeah.
I mean, that's in your all's budget. Y'all say that you're going to give this to me. I realize if you don't have it, you can't give it to me. But I have asked Judge Callahan and Donna to sit down with Linda and Donna, Linda's the treasurer. If somebody will sit down with me and say, John, there is zero money because we're not giving you what we allotted to give you, then I will make the necessary cuts. I don't want to be like the water department and be $800,000 in debt, okay? I don't want to do that. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't expect money to fall out of the sky. I mean, if there's no money there, just sit down with me. That's all I ask. I work for the people. I work for these people, guys.
You do a good job too, Herman.
That's a good job.
Money's there, just get it out of them.
We're going to raise your allotment that we give you. We're going to repeal the fee pooling ordinance. We're going to raise the money we're giving you. We ain't going to cut you. We're going to raise you. There's certain, when you say we pay Hutch Ford, Regina knows this, that's our road fund. Our road fund is in good shape and completely restricted. So
But you can also pay 19% of the deputy salaries with road fund money.
That's an allocation, you know that.
It's an allocation that you can change your appropriation in the budget. It's legal for you to pay road deputies out of the road fund.
I don't know.
Pull a copy of the budget, you'll see everybody else's. Your salary is funded 19%, every one of your all salaries is funded 19% of the road fund. Look at the sheriff's.
The problem we've got is cash flow. You've got about $40,000 worth of bills. We're going to take care of those bills. I don't know how, but we're gonna take care of it before we people you. I mean, before we unpeople you. There's 86 counties in the state of Kentucky, as of today, are not people. And the reason they're not people is because come the first of the year, you can borrow money to take care of you for the rest of the year. And if we don't, when we're people, we're not accustomed to that. We can't do that. We know that. But like I say, when you know, I know the appropriation's there, but if the money's not, if the cash is not there, we can't pay the check. You know, we got different funds and different
back here,
funds
Victor.
are restricted. And we do our best, and,
Squeak by.
So when you
didn't
say you're gonna raise his allotment, what does that mean exactly?
what now?
When you say you're going to raise his allotment, what does that mean exactly?
Well, you told me the last meeting that we give you anywhere from $90,000 to $130,000, you know, cold hard cash.
No, you don't give us any cash.
Huh?
You don't give us any cash.
Well, how do you make it then?
You do not give the sheriff's office any cash. You might fund that
We
on our
fund it,
behalf.
and
Right,
it's the same
but
thing.
no, it's not. Giving me cash is different than you paying those bills. That's two different things.
Well, we're going to get the cash.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
Well, we'll see.
You can pay claims on his behalf.
But if you,
According to Robert O. Brown at the DLG, you're allowed to pay claims on his behalf. However, you cannot just write him a check for cash.
if we're not fee pooling, we can give you guys an allotment to you. And we're raising that allotment so far. We're at $150,000. We're going to raise that allotment and then keep paying like the insurance is $70,000.
Okay, so you're going to pay those claims out of that allotment, is that what you're saying to me?
No. This is July 1st and above. That's going to be, we're going to turn everything back over to you guys. You're going to be able to pay the bills. You know, we've got a cash flow problem. You all have a means to take care of a cash flow problem.
Not until the end of the year.
Well, you're going to get money, you're going to get $150,000. Our budget's really tight, and we're cutting every place that we can see to cut.
I'm sorry.
They can't help the truth ain't in them.
But we're going to give you more money. You're going to have the leeway to spend it any way you want. You know, you got to go by your budget, John. And I'll tell you this,
But they're cutting.
you're not going to agree with this. But this is my 5th term, Darrell Mills is 5%.
It's your last.
You as a sheriff has got more stuff from the Fiscal Court than any sheriff in history.
What? I've got 2 cars.
Well, that's one more than most others.
Let me tell you, the sheriff's department is the most important job in this county.
I've got 3 cars. I've got 3 cars. It took me 2.5 years to get them. The cost was like $107,000. We got a grant, I believe, for $50,000. We wrecked the car, totaled it. I didn't get the money out of those. All the cars that's been wrecked and totaled, I've gotten no money out of them. You kept it, so you used that money towards it, which was what we discussed. When you had that discussion, that money would go towards that. And I mean, I really haven't asked for anything other than just pay my bills. That's all I've ever asked for.
We're going to take care of the bills.
But it's you understand that I can't ask for a state advancement right now because it's too late to ask for that.
The first year.
We have to do it in the first year. December, I believe it is, Virginia.
Yeah, you start the paperwork
So,
in November, December.
Well, let me ask you.
We may or may not be able to operate on what, I mean, if I don't know what you're saying, because like I said, I've been told by Donna that the sheriff's office has no money. No money,
How
none.
much is the balance now, Linda? Linda in here?
I can provide that to you. I don't have it with me.
Okay.
They wouldn't even let you get oil change yesterday, would they?
What?
They wouldn't even let you get oil change.
Right, I tried to get a PO. We're supposed to operate through the PO system. In other words, everything I buy, I have to call and get a purchase order for it. When we call, most of the time we can't get an answer because there's nobody there. We called yesterday. I was way past doing oil change on my cruiser. And I was told that, we were told by Donna, that y'all weren't issuing any POs for us. If I don't get the oil change, it was my warranty on my cruiser. And like I said,
We're going
if you guys will give me the money to operate, one of our big things is our taxing districts never, ever set their tax rate on time. So therefore, we never get our taxes out on time. Okay? I'm not the ones that's responsible for that. It's the taxing districts. If everybody would get on the same page, set their rate, and we get it out on time, we can start collecting taxes in November, December like everybody else does. But if I have to do a state advancement, which is I will have to do if we quit fee pooling, then that means I have to have that state advancement paid back by the 15th of January every year. Is that correct, Regina? When I pay that back, if I haven't started collecting taxes until January, I have no money to pay them back.
Well, you know the biggest culprit on that, right? Not saying who it is, but me and you both know. But yeah, that is something we need to work on. We need to send the taxes out October 1st every year, bar nothing. And just sometimes that.
You see how turn the cameras back just Hey, your camera guy, turn back towards the crowd here and get the picture of the people.
Got a letter to all the
No, sir.
you know, that you'll need to establish what the 18 taxes right now. I think Bobby has to send something all.
That's called quietus.
Everybody going to walk up the front and show them the time.
I know
Here's your time.
the year is,
There was a bill before the legislature that would require fiscal court approval for special districts, but I don't know if it passed or not. Seems like there should have been a deadline in that bill if it had passed. I don't know.
see, we had that one year there that the school board wouldn't second that. You remember that? So it went so long that the state, and, you know, they didn't hurt nobody but all the state, county, the whole 9 yards.
So how much money are you gonna give the sheriff from now until the first year?
It's budgeted for $150,000 for our fiscal year. You know, in no time, it's good to people.
How much have you spent?
I'm talking spend. It's no time good if because you're on a calendar year and we're on a fiscal. There ain't no time good. The best time for us is now, best time to use first of the year. And I don't know why that is, that's just the way it's been ever since I've been here. But I think, you know, and we can, if we can find the cash, we can pay you a monthly allotment, or we can pay you all the way up till you get your state advancement. We'll be much better off. But, you know, the disrespect to everybody here, the fiscal court should be sure across this state. It should be. But you want to get on Facebook and your guys and you want to trash everybody here, disrespect everybody. I don't vote for that stuff.
Respect is given when it's earned, Kelly.
He works for his money.
Nobody's trashy.
Here's the deal. I have for 3.5 years, I've been told by your wife that I have no money. If I'm told I have no money, then that means I've got to keep my expenses low. That means Garner Priest operated with 6 paid deputies. I've never had 6 paid
Donald
deputies.
York's got the recorded word.
Never had 6 paid deputies. I have 2 paid deputies right now.
You know, we.
Okay, hold on, I'm talking now. This might happen. This might happen.
Get him, Herminator.
You talk for 20 years. My turn to talk about that.
Respect.
But here's the deal. I have had respect. I have come to you, and I have sat down with you and Donna and asked to meet with Linda because she says that it's up to Linda. Okay? I've asked for those meetings. You promised me those meetings, but yet you never schedule those meetings. Okay? My wife volunteers her time. She works a full-time job in Huntington, West Virginia, and volunteers her services to the sheriff's office at no cost to the taxpayer, saving them a lot of money. Donna Callahan and Linda work for the taxpayers. We pay them. I think it's not too much to ask for them to sit down after 6 p.m. when my wife gets home with my wife and discuss, John, we're not going to pay this. John, this is what you owe. I've asked for this. You know, we were asked, I have asked, my office has asked Donna for a printout every month, once a month, showing where we're at in our budget. She said in a perfect world, that would be possible. Evidently, my wife lives in a perfect world. She's an accountant. If corporate headquarters calls her and asks her today how much she spent on toilet paper for this month or for this year, she can tell her. It's called accounting. It's called coming to work every single day, working your 8 hours.
Amen.
I have sat back and kept my mouth shut and come to you. If you remember, when I was elected, before I took office, you called me into your office and said, are we going to fight for 4 years, or what are we going to do? And I said, I would leave that up to you. I've kept my mouth shut. I told you I wouldn't come to a fiscal court meeting and put anybody on the spot, that I would come to you first. But if I didn't get results, I would address the court. That's what I've done.
Amen.
Listen, these people are not mushrooms, okay? I'm not going to keep them in the dark and feed them whole. They've been fed long enough.
Amen.
You guys, and so does every one of these people up here.
That's right.
We work for you all. I want to keep you all in line with what's going on. I will go on Facebook, and if you're not doing what you say you're going to do, then I'll call you out on it.
There you go. That's right.
I called him out in a nice way. He got offensive. He went to the newspaper. He said, I expect money to fall out of the sky. I expect that I need to work within my budget. Look at my budget. Look at the paperwork they've submitted every year to the state. I've been within my budget.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if I'm correct, the very first year, I had $75,000 left over
In the appropriations,
in
yes.
the appropriations. That's their words, okay? That's what they turned over to the state. That's what they said to the state that I had left over.
Did you get to keep that, John?
Oh, no, I didn't keep that.
Just ask.
And Regina told me, like I said, she's a CPA, okay? She's a whole lot smarter than I am when it comes to money. But she told me, she said, if you don't spend your money that's in your budget, they'll see you can make without it next year, and they'll cut you. The very next year, I spent $60,000.
Yes,
Pay their bill.
Now,
Where'd that $60,000 go?
look here.
Probably make payroll.
Y'all remember just a few years ago when we sold the after-hours clinic? Something like that?
yeah.
In the minutes, it said the sheriff's office was getting $400-some-thousand. They get nothing.
Where'd it go?
Where's that?
Go.
I mean, I'd like to see
Where'd it go?
I'm sure they paid my bills, okay? I'm sure they paid my bills.
There wasn't no $400,000.
Well, that was my part. They said that. That's in the minutes. That's in the minutes that I was getting $400-some-thousand for the sheriff's department. I guess that was to pay outstanding debt. You were supposed to pay the debt in the budget year that you create that debt. And there's never a true figure when you carry over expenses from one year to the next, which you cannot do. You're not supposed to be allowed to do that. But like I said, I have kept my mouth shut, but I'm not going to let you or anybody else say that I expect money to fall out of the sky, because I don't. If there's no money there, I understand you can't spend it. But all I've asked is to sit down with the people who are the bean counters, who are the money counters, and explain to me, and if I have to lay off all my employees, if I have to work it myself, I'll work it. I'm gonna let people do the job. But you know what?
That's all family members.
Why should I shut my office down and lay off all my employees when we're hiring Parks and Recreation? We had people working Parks and Recreation that were on the payroll all winter long. They wouldn't cut no parks.
Did you have a program doing that?
I had a program, community service program, that cut the parks for 2 years. You all budget $225,000 a year for Park and Recreation. I'm sure that that's major expense in Park and Recreation is maintenance. We did the maintenance for you. All you had to do was buy a lawnmower, furnace weed eaters, gas and oil. You know, didn't have to pay no labor. We did. I think I've acted in good faith. I I realize,
They don't have a heart, they don't have a conscience.
I realize
They
I
don't
was,
care.
I realize I wasn't your choice for sheriff, okay? But I told you that day that you asked me if we were gonna fight for 4 years, that I worked for the people, and I'd answer to the people, and I would run my office, and let you run yours. I've tried to run my office, but it hasn't worked out that way. You all had to have a key to, when this new courthouse was built, guys, they had a key to my office. I didn't have a key to their office.
And to the
Or
evidence.
that cost 10 million, what happened to the other million?
I didn't have a key to their office. I didn't want to keep their office, okay?
And to the evidence.
Do you know how many indictments that the sheriff's office has laid down this year already? Sheriff's office has indicted 56 indictments. 98% of them, that's in the month of April, 96% of them are drug-related indictments. In 2013, the whole calendar year, there was 69 indictments. In 2017, the sheriff's office alone indicted 144 different people. It's 144 indictments landed down, 95% of them drug-related. So tell me he's not doing his job.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you, the newspaper wrote you just saying that it was my job to collect taxes and pay the courthouse. And it is, okay? That's my statutory job. I have to do that. At any given time, there is no state police available in this county. There's a lot of times there's only one state trooper working 3 counties. That's McGoffin, Johnson, and Martin. If you have a call at the Pike County line, it would take an hour and a half for them to get here from the Breathitt County line to McGoffin County. If that's what you all want, then stay quiet, don't put any pressure on your magistrates, and that's what you get.
Let the thieves
Because I
break
don't
in
have
their
no
house.
choice if I don't have the money to operate on. And like I said, I just want my bills paid. I want to be able, I think we budgeted for five deputies. I've never had 5 deputies, okay? Never, because I'm told I don't have any money. I'm never told where I'm at in my budget. So if you're told you don't have no money, then you don't go spend all the money, okay? And, you know, I tried to last year. We tried to up our budget on paper only, guys, paper only. I don't know what you all were told, okay? You all may be mushrooms too. Maybe they keep you in the dark, feed you bull. I don't know. But I can tell you this. We tried to up my budget. The magistrates, the fiscal court controls the deputies' salaries. You all control what the maximum is. In other words, you set it, I think, at 180. That's what it's been, okay? I tried to up it to 146.
246.
246. Tried to up it to 246. I sat down with Kelly and explained that this is just on paper only. The taxpayers would not be out only but about somewhere, I believe it was roughly around $15,000. And the reason we upped this so that we could provide court security officers, which every county has. We were one of the only counties not to have court security officers when I took office. These same judges that work right over here, work in Orange County and Johnson County, and they had security there, but had none here unless the sheriff took his deputy off the road, which Garmin did. Garmin would have to work court. He'd have to pull his road deputy off the road to work court because he has to bail court, okay? I tried, I acted in good faith. We went to AOC, which governs this, which appropriates the money for court security officers. They were going to reimburse us $9 an hour. As sheriff, if I go over and bailiff court, I bill for it, they give me $9 an hour, okay? If I send a deputy over to bailiff court, it has to be a certified deputy, I get reimbursed $9 an hour. What I did is I got with AOC and they agreed to allot the money for 7 part-time court security officers, or I could use 2 part-time positions to make 1 full-time. So that's where we come in to toughen this budget, okay? Wasn't going to cost taxpayers this month. We were getting reimbursed $9 an hour. Pay court security officers $10 an hour, okay? All we were going to be out is at $1 an hour and the fringe benefits. Fringe benefits being unemployment taxes, workers' comp, those sort of things. Where can anybody create 4 jobs, put that money into a local economy, and only cost people $15,000 a year? That's a no-brainer. Okay? But our fiscal court, at somebody's direction, throwed that 66,000 out the door. They told me it's from the state. Don't believe it for 1 second. Don't believe for 1 second that the state is going to kick that out. If somebody tried to justify to them that this was actually not money, that this was this figure, we're getting this money reimbursed to us. But like I said, I have to provide security for the court. So therefore, that money there will just have to go there, but we get reimbursed for it. Like I said, the reason we can't afford 6 paid deputies, as the other sheriff has, is because somebody convinced all of fiscal court to say, we're going to cut this. I think y'all ought to know, guys. You ought to know. You're taxpayers. You're taxpayers. I shouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, I pay a whole lot of tax.
That's it, my 2 cents.
Okay, we all pay tax.
When I talked to you a couple of months ago, did I tell you bring me some information on that and I would try to help you best as I could on this?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You sure did. Like I said, it is simply, we can't sit down, we want to meet.
I'm just saying, you know, I told you I
One vote ain't gonna help.
I think it would be great, but I mean, I never heard from you again. The old thing, I think you do a great job. But, you know, I did reach out to you, try to help you.
It's a group effort. It's a group effort. This is a county effort.
It's,
Anything that's going.
but I just want to know what I need to tell my vendors when they call. I need an idea of when we're going to pay. By the 1st of July. All right. Appreciate it.
Maybe get the police car.
And on the agenda, we'll read the ordinance. An ordinance of the Martin County Fiscal Court repealing the fee pooling ordinance June 28, 2007. Where the fee pooling ordinance between the Martin County Fiscal Court and Martin County Sheriff's Office, which was passed on June 28, 2007, recorded in the records of the Martin County Fiscal Court clerk in the fiscal order book 26, page 197. Fiscal Court book 26, page 221 is hereby repealed. The ordinance shall take effect in full force and after its passage publication according to law. Presented for the first reading on June 5th, 2010.
Do you want people?
What's that?
Do you want people, or do you not?
I would rather not people, but at this time here, this is not the time of the year to put fee pooling because of the money, unless you are going to put money in there that would equal.
I just want to know yeah or no. Did you not? Did you want to know?
What are you gonna do when you get rid of sheriff's department? Somebody comes to my house, I'm gonna shoot some bitch. I think y'all hear him straight, he's telling me to do 3 times.
I'll say thieves break in your old houses.
Hey, BJ, the answer to that question is, it would be best for the sheriff's department to do it as of January the 1st. Because we operate on calendar year, you operate on fiscal year. Every year at the sheriff's convention, it is discussed about going with a fiscal year, just like the fiscal court is. But there's 3 or 4 sheriffs that have been sheriffs for many years that's got a lot of clout that will not agree with it. So therefore, they never get a vote on it.
Okay, we'll move on. The water project, it said bid opening project, but the bid has already been opened by the engineer. This is the school project at the high school. You all have copies of what it is. The one good thing about this bid, it's in the money. We've got the money to do this. The only thing we're waiting on